Hey everyone, we're in Skokie, Illinois, and we're about to go visit Will's place. Come on with me. Hi, Will. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for sitting down with me today. I'm so excited to hear more about Will's Place. So would you mind telling us about how Will's Place got started?
Sure. My son is William, and when he was 22 years old, you start then there's no options as far as job opportunities. Mm-hmm. So we started Will's Place thinking maybe this is something he would love to do. He loves to cook. Mm-hmm. A lot of people don't know that 15% of the population struggle with disabilities. Mm-hmm. 82% never find employment. So Will's opportunities and options out there weren't very great. So we went with some family and started it just for Will, but it's turned into a story about 26 young people that are working and learning, and I think it's life-changing to have an opportunity to have meaningful employment and feel like you're a meaningful member of society.
Absolutely. Well, and as a speech pathologist, I work with 5th through 8th graders, and so we at that age are even thinking about functional skills and life skills, because it does come so fast in that transition plan and everything. So
it does.
It's really amazing to see firsthand like what my kids are going to be able to potentially be able to do outside of school. Because like you said, at 22, it's like...
And William is completely nonverbal. He speaks with and it's amazing technology too. The changes in technology since he was a little boy, when he would carry the big heavy Vanguard, it was like 10 pounds for a little child to carry. And now, you know, he can use his phone and communicate, and it's opened so many options and opportunities for him, and I think given him a voice where he didn't have one before. And that's what he did mostly in speech. I mean, he's been in speech since he was practically born, and what he did in speech was a lot of learning, learning to communicate on that, in that technology, and it has stayed the same. It's just kind of got smaller, but the whole units are the same as it used to be. So it's kind of cool.
It's so interesting. So what do you think in the school setting is one of the most important things to be teaching these kids to prepare them to?
That's an interesting question, and I think that there's a lot missing in the school settings right now. I think that the same things that any child needs to learn, patience and respect, and even though you struggle, whatever your struggles might be, I think it's still important to be respectful and understand that if you get a job, like things here that we still have to work with first is getting to work on time, calling in, if you're going to be sick, calling in sick. You're still a responsible human being. And I think that's what we tend to, when we have children with a disability, being a little bit more cautious. And I think that can be a little hampering for them as adults, a little bit more, I don't know the right word, but babying, but like, and then they become adults and you're like, this isn't going to help you in the world.
Right.
So I think schools is the same thing. And I understand it's complicated because there's legal matters and all kind of things, but it's still, I think the more independence and the more we push our young people to be that way, the better off we are.
Absolutely. I love that perspective, because I think sometimes we see the opposite. We want, to coddle and help them so much, but that independence is so important.
Absolutely.
I love that. So for you, like all these individuals that are coming in and working here, what are you trying to teach them now outside of this? We're not in school anymore. We're in an employment setting. So what are you trying to teach them here?
The same thing that you would work in any job. That it's important to come to work on time. It's important to do your work as well as anyone else. I think that we are not a school, and over and over again we're sometimes saying that.
Yeah.
This isn't school anymore. You're
Yeah.
getting paid. You come to work just like everyone else does.
Yeah.
And I think keeping the bar really high and keeping the standards really high is what distinguishes Will's Place from a lot of other opportunities that are out there. Because we want to be, I mean, Jeff's our manager. He's tough. You know, he wants the best from everybody. And the amazing thing is, we rarely see somebody that doesn't rise to the occasion. So I like that.
I love that. And just showing that, you know, the ability is there. You just need that support.
And talking about, we're 3 years in, and 3 years in, the competence, the capability of our staff is huge. What we started out that we were doing and making, and what we're making now, hugely different. It's our menu's more complex, our sauces, our baked goods, everything's more complicated and more delicious and more exciting.
Right.
And that keeps the restaurant going, but it also keeps our staff interested.
Right.
And you know, I do believe some of our staff will be able to move on and go into another restaurant setting. Maybe not yet, but I do believe that it's possible. Yes.
Right. So do you feel like this is almost like, you know, we talk about like job preparation program?
Not as much, because I do believe also we changed their values, but we also have changed the community's values, stereotypes, you know, that are already built in there. We're here breaking down those stereotypes, saying this person can work. Right. This person is capable. This person can handle it, and those are barriers for a lot of young people in getting jobs. So I would say that more than we're changing them, that we're changing the community.
Yeah. And what has the community's response been?
Been amazing. I mean, at first, I think there was a little bit like a hesitancy, like, well, you know, how do I talk to you?
Right, of course.
You know, and then I think it changed to, wow, you know, how'd those Cubs do last night? You know, regular conversations that you'd have with anyone else, even with somebody that's completely nonverbal. They want to talk.
Yeah.
They want to chat.
Yes.
They want to talk. They want to be friends.
Yeah.
And those are things that I think that those things are changing every day.
Absolutely. And again, like as a speech, I love hearing this as a speech pathologist, because this is what I'm literally prepping these kids for, and trying to, even in the schools with like the general education population, trying to pair them up and have those conversations. And I think a lot of it is like lack of education and lack of exposure to it. So I think with Will's Place, you're exposing the community to everything else that's out there.
And what's cool is Will's Place has a lot of, we have a lot of field trips that come in, and young people from schools all across the area, and little kids come in that are nonverbal that can look up and say, I can do this. I can have a job. This is something I can look up to. And I think that that's really cool to see for the future.
I love that.
Yeah.
So what is your favorite place about, or favorite thing about this place?
My favorite thing is, I come just Saturdays because I work my other job during the week, but my favorite thing is the happiness here. You know, the everyone's so happy to be here, and it's fun. I mean, for me, it's also completely different than anything I've ever done. So it's also like learning something new. You know, we all had to discuss whether we'd get the soft serve machine. You know, it's like big things that I'm like, wow, this is kind of fun to think about. You know, never knew a soft serve machine could cost so much money. So those are things that, you know, I think it's just such a beautiful place to come into. You know, it's just like Jeff said, bad vibes don't come in here. You know, it's just we kind of call it cheers without liquor. You know,
that's amazing.
You always find someone you know here. You know, so it's very nice. Yes.
And my last question, because this is something that I do a lot in the community and I preach, is ability in motion. Like, what does that phrase mean to you? Ability in motion. Ability in motion.
Well, I think that everyone's ability can be changed. You know, that we give preconceived ideas of what someone can and can't do, and I think that it could be changed. And so I think that here we've seen it change constantly. You know, where we started out, we ordered all our pastries, and now we make them all. You know, we started out with just simple coffees, and now we have lots of different kind of coffees with lots of things in them. So the ability of our staff has changed so much that's made a huge difference.
I love it. Well, thank you so much for saying that with me. That was amazing. I loved it. Well, thanks for sitting down with me today.
Thank you so much.
Can you tell everybody your name?
My name is Ashley.
Hi, Ashley. It's nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
So, Ashley, when did you start working at Will's
I
Place?
started here the very first day, like the very first year it started. So I'm one of the very first people to work here.
Oh, that's so exciting.
Yeah.
And what's your job here? What do you do?
I am a barista here.
Oh, and what is your favorite part about being at Will's Place?
I love interacting with the people here, and if they need help or anything, I could just help them. And it's just a fun job because I get to help people and do all sorts of stuff here.
That's amazing. What's the best drink at Will's Place that you make?
I do a real good iced latte,
Oh, very nice.
and I do a chai latte, and we have a Vietnamese iced coffee,
Oh, I've never heard of that.
which is basically condensed milk and iced coffee.
Yeah.
It's really good.
Did you know how to make all of those things before you started at Will's Place?
No, I was taught to make.
Wow.
Yeah.
So what is something that you've learned at Will's Place?
You just learn to be friendly and be a good communicator and just keep learning.
I love that. So why should people come to Will's Place?
Oh, we're a friendly staff. It's just fun to come here and hang out. Just grab a cup of coffee or something to eat. And it's just a happy environment. It's a positive environment.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
And last question, why is Will's Place so important to you?
Because I didn't know where to go for a job. And I'm happy I got it because it will help me through my future and what I want to do in life. Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for
You're
answering all
welcome.
my questions.
Yeah.
All right, so can you tell us your name?
Julia Gleason.
Julia, nice to meet you, Julia.
Nice to see you too.
Julia, how long have you been working at Will's Place?
A few years, I think.
Okay. And what do you do here? What's your job?
I bake.
What do you love to bake here?
I love baking cookies, brownies, and cakes.
I love it. And how do you know how to bake all of those things?
Following recipes.
Very nice. Is that something you learned here at Will's Place, or is that something that you learned before you came to Will's Place?
It's something I learned here, actually.
That's amazing.
Yeah, the boss guy, Mike, helped me with lots of stuff. He's cool.
That's awesome. And what is your favorite thing about being at Will's Place?
Hanging out with all these cool peeps. They're cool.
They are.
My coworkers and my bosses. Two bosses.
So you've made a lot of friends from working at Will's Place?
Yeah.
That's awesome. And what do you love about being at Will's Place? Why should people come to Will's Place?
Because we are the cool kids.
You guys are cool.
Yeah.
I love it. And if I was coming in, if I was walking in to buy something, what would be the one thing that I should buy?
The chocolate chip cookies. They're tasty.
Chocolate
At least
chip-
to me.
Okay, I love a good chocolate chip cookie.
Yeah.
What other kinds of cookies do you have? Because I do love good cookie.
Sprinkle ones, but I think that's mostly it.
Okay, so chocolate chip is the way to go?
Yeah.
Awesome. And what is something else that you've learned at Will's Place? What's something that you feel like since you've been here, you've gotten to learn how to do?
Working on myself mentally too, I guess. I don't know. That also helped.
Yeah. Can you tell me a little bit more about that?
And just try to be more control of myself, that's all.
Yeah, more positive and more confident.
Yeah.
I love that. Amazing. And is there one other thing that you want to tell everybody about Will's Place? Why should they come?
About another reason why people should come. I would say positive vibes.
Positive vibes.
Yeah.
So I'm going to get positive vibes when I come to Will's Place.
Yeah.
I love it. Awesome. Thank you so much for answering all my questions. You can take the microphone off your apron. We're going to give it back to Mr. Anthony.
All right.
Thank you so much.
But also, can I ask you some stuff?
Oh, yeah. Do you want to put your microphone back on and ask me a question? Ooh.
Yeah. So, Are you a beauty? Are you a beauty queen or something?
I am. I'm Miss Land of Lincoln International, so I compete in pageants.
Cool. Is it worth it?
Is it worth it? Is that what you said? Yes, I think it's very worth it. I have been able to, kind of like you, I've been able to work on my confidence and my ability to talk to people, and I get to meet a bunch of different people kind of like you, because I get to go around and look at all the different things that we have in our community. So I really love being in pageants, and then of course I get to go on stage too, which is also really fun.
Nice.
Yeah. Have you ever thought about being in a pageant before?
Not really. I don't know. I've seen some negative things about it.
Oh.
Sorry about that.
What kind of negative things have you seen?
I don't know. Kids, precipitate to become pageant ladies, I guess.
Okay.
I don't know. I think probably said they were young girls or something. They were kids. I don't know.
Yeah, there are kids that do pageants for sure. But I think nowadays we work a lot on the confidence and being able, like I said, to talk to people and walk on a stage and be super strong and positive. So I feel like a lot of the things that you learn here at Will's Place, I also learned from being in pageants.
Also, I really like that crown. Where do you get it?
Oh, well, the pageant gave it to me. Yeah, I'm competing. I have a pageant in a month in Skokie, actually. I'm going to the North Shore Center where you guys have your events sometimes, and that's where my pageant's going to be. So I'm going to be up here in a month doing my pageant.
Can I wear it?
Can you wear the crown?
Yeah.
Sure.
Ooh, this crown is nice. Nice.
Wow, see? Look at you're a pageant girl.
It's cool. I like you. It's a nice crown.
Thank you.
Of course.
All right. Thanks for asking all these questions. All right, let's take. Oh yeah! There you go. Go for it. Yeah.
Julie, stand up. Stand up so the two of you are going to drop the crown.
Ah!
Remove this
Is
chair.
it real?
It is real.
What? That's amazing. Those pageant people are crazy.
Can you tell everybody your name?
My name is Patty.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah.
So how long have you been working at Will's Place?
So like 3 weeks.
3 weeks.
Yeah.
So you're brand new to Will's Place.
Uh-huh.
What made you want to work here?
So they have sandwiches and cookies.
So you love the baked goods, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like the best part about it. That's awesome. And what do you do here? What's your job?
So my job is doing the tables outside. And yeah.
That's awesome. And do you do any cutting?
So they have clean too.
Yes.
Yeah.
What do you cut?
Onions.
Onions.
Yeah.
Amazing. So you cut the onions to prep for all the food?
Yeah.
Awesome. What is something that you like about working here?
Let's see. Well, this place they have sandwiches. Like cheese sandwiches.
Yum.
Yeah.
Cheese sandwiches, those are really good.
It does.
My brother used to eat those all the time when he was younger. My mom would make
nice.
them for him.
Okay.
So now you're learning how to make those?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
All right.
What is something else you've learned about being here at Will's Place?
Let's see. So this place, they have French fries. They have chips as well.
Yum.
Yeah.
So you love the food here.
Yeah.
And what's the best part about Will's Place?
Let's see. We're saying Jeff is a good man.
Jeff is a good man.
Yeah.
I love it. He's kind of helping you out with everything.
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. That's so sweet. Have you made any friends since being here?
Yeah. I can sing well.
Will.
Yeah.
That's awesome. And so you like working at Will's Place?
Yeah.
Yeah. And what about the customers?
Well, I customers a lot.
You like them?
Yeah.
When they walk in, what do you say?
I would say, welcome to this place.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, Kyle, thank you so much for answering all my
Thank you
questions.
so much.
Jeff. I'm the manager here. I am Will's cousin. And yeah, we've been running this now for just about to hit our 3rd birthday. So doing this 3 years now.
That's amazing. And what got you into this? Why are you the manager?
Honest answer, because I closed my own business down before this and I was available. And I mean, I've worked a lot with Will. I've known Will his whole life.
Yeah.
We've been tight for a long time. And yeah, I was available. I was willing. And Michael's our other cousin. He's the chef here. And Michael and Will do a lot of work together cooking. And it was one of those scenarios where all 3 of us were in the position to do it. And yeah, and then we just kind of pulled the trigger. So.
That's amazing. And what do you feel like you've learned from being here and working with this population?
Patience.
Yeah. I
never thought of myself as a patient person. Evidently, there's patience inside that you can find. I mean, they make it worth it, the characters and the people, but I mean, that's the biggest accommodation required across the board, in my opinion, is just patience.
Yeah.
So.
And what, as the manager, you obviously are playing a huge role in being a role model and teaching them so many different things. So in your eyes, what is the most important thing that you could be teaching them?
I mean, from my perspective, a lot of the vast majority of my staff here, it's their first job. They're, you know, they're 20s, some of them are older, some of them are younger, but by and large, the common factor is it's a first job. And a lot of that entails the same first job lessons that anybody has to learn: coworker interaction, you know, working with people, working when a surprise speed bump comes and that you don't anticipate. I mean, a lot of folks with disabilities rely on routine, and a restaurant is one of the very not routine jobs you could have.
Right.
So, you know, it comes down to how people interact with you and learning how to deal with that. And yeah, just the sense of team, the sense of camaraderie, the sense of a purpose. Yeah.
So I'm a speech pathologist. I work in a school. I work with 5th through 8th graders.
Okay.
And at my age, we are working a lot of those functional skills, those life skills. It seems so far away, but realistically, it's not. We talk about transition plans starting in 8th grade. So in your eyes, what is the most important thing that we could be teaching them in the schools to prepare them for getting out of that transition program and entering into something like Will's Place?
I mean, I'll be honest. From my perspective, I'm truly impressed with what folks like you and other teachers do to get, I mean, from kids in their adolescence growing up. I mean, I see most of it. I mean, the earliest I see them is high school. We do vocational training here with 4 different schools right now, both high school and transition programs. But I mean, it's the baseline skills. It's just the basics, because I'm a big proponent of trial by fire, learning by doing. And there's certain things that you can't learn in a classroom setting that what we are able to provide. Coworker interaction, working with customers. You can mock it up as much as you can, but the base skills of, you know, sweeping, how to mop, how to say hello, good morning, eye contact, those type of things, I don't even have to touch, because you guys seem to have pretty well by the time I get involved. So, but no, I mean, it's one of the things I've learned is there's not much networking between schools, day programs, speech pathologists, and we're all in the same mission. So we've been actively working here to try to network and bring everything together to provide the resources. I mean, one of the reasons we opened was at age 22, those resources stopped, and figure out a way to keep them providing, because that support is helpful and required at times.
Absolutely. And so how, you mentioned networking, and that's something that like I'm a big proponent of as well. How important is it to be networking, not only with the schools, but also different organizations that have just the same mission as we all do?
I mean, it's big, especially, I mean, it's, I did not come from the industry. I didn't unaware how good Illinois was and how many folks come from out of state to Illinois for special education services and what have you, let alone then how good Skokie in this local area is. But yeah, I mean, it goes from the beginning to the end. I mean, a lot of what I see is half my job is training parents at times and families. I mean, they're used to working through the school system. They're used to fighting and championing for their kids, and then they get to us here, and we're a job. I'm not a teacher. Yeah. I'm not a babysitter. I pay my staff to do a job just like anybody, and I have the same high expectations. And yeah, and I think the more, you know, that would be the thing, the expectations. We all have expectations for our staff, your students, just like everybody has for everybody else, and I don't see there being any difference.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's like such a refreshing view on it, because I feel like that's not everybody. Not everybody has that perspective.
True, unfortunately.
Yeah. Within the community, obviously there are definitely some different perspectives on just the disability population in general, but having worked here, like, what is the community response, and how are you trying to build this up a little bit more so that we have more people involved?
Well, well, first off, I will say I've been thoroughly impressed with our local community here. We've had interactions with neighbors, with police, with fire, in all sorts of angles, and everything has been played out very well, and I've been very impressed. I mean, we try to be the headquarters, if you will. I mean, when the 4th of July parade goes out front, we have a whole room full of folks coming here to watch it. When we were at the farmers market, families would stop by just to say hi. My personal big push is we have a Special Olympics basketball team. I have been this past winter, and I will be doing it again in the fall. We challenged the Skokie police and Skokie firemen, as well as the local high school special ed team. We had a basketball tournament. I want to do this again in other suburbs next year, and it's a push for its community. It's bringing it together. I mean, watching the police and firemen as the game progressed, learn how to play a game with my staff and what have you. It's fascinating, and it's part of what we're training the community. It's not, what is normal. It's not everything's normal, and everybody's here, and we all coexist, and you just have to kind of push it on. It's experience and exposure more than it is. And people get it intellectually, but you have to experience it.
Right.
And that's the big thing. So.
Absolutely. And so my platform, it's entitled Ability in Motion. And without really telling you what that means, I want your perspective. What does that phrase mean to you, ability in motion?
So one more time.
Ability in motion.
All right. I guess I would take it from the angle of, nobody's abilities are ever plateau. I mean, I guess you can plateau, but that's kind of your decision and a personal choice. There's no stopping. Nobody stops learning. Nobody stops adding skills, adding what they're capable of. And one of the things we see here, I mean, one of our mottos here is, our motto is, if there's a will, there's a way. And if you want to work, we'll help you get there. And if the expectations of parents and families and teachers as you grow up, I mean, we just keep pushing that, and then that ability of the constant growth, I guess, the motion of learning more and more and continually evolving in what you can do despite what you think or other people think. I guess that's the angle I would take it.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if that's accurate.
No, it's up to interpretation.
Fair enough. All right.
I love it. For me, it's really, I created it because my platform is to find different opportunities that are out there for individuals with disabilities. And working in a school, especially during the IEP meetings when I'm talking to parents, they have no idea that there are opportunities like this out there, that they can even do something like Special Olympics or like an adaptive dance program or anything like that. They have no clue. So to really show them that there are those opportunities and then help them find them and participate in them, and their kids can do it. They just need to get them.
And I met, between theater, acting, music, art. I've met, last year I met two 50-year-old women with Down syndrome that were just coming back from Germany from a gymnastics tournament. There's no stop that. And that's back to the networking thing. I think we're all doing it, and the more exposure you get. And in 3 years, we've had over 400 requests for applications.
That's amazing.
Clearly there's a need for more of what we do, let alone everything else you're talking about. And I know fantastic organizations that do that. And the more support, the more better.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for answering
Appreciate
all my
you coming
questions.
in. Thank you very much.
Well, can you tell me a little bit about yourself?
My name is William, and I am one of the chefs here at Wells Place. I have been working at Wells Place since the opening in 2021.
That's amazing.
My favorite thing to do is working in the kitchen and cooking cheeseburgers.
Ooh, cheeseburgers. I love cheeseburgers.
People should come to Will's place to eat the best chocolate chip cookies.
I love chocolate chip cookies. Those are some of my favorite things to eat, especially around Christmas time. Do you like cookies too? Yeah. Awesome. Thank you so much, Will. All right. Awesome. Yay. Thanks for visiting Will's place with me. We'll see you next time.